All right, we should be good now for actual audio.
Oh.
Oh, god damn it.
All right, now it's good.
I hate. Do we want to redo the intro?
It's your show, boo-boo.
Yep, I'm hearing it.
I fucking hate XSplit. And no, don't say OBS because it doesn't allow me to do what I want to do. I have to use XSplit. I appreciate that you're trying to help, but OBS isn't going to solve any of the issues. Because OBS doesn't allow you to record or separately record while you're streaming. So.
Problem solved.
What the hell is that?
What the fuck?
They changed.
What?
So we're getting 2 Katies for the price of 1, huh?
Sure, why not?
So that's the new color bar. Like, it's just the little... Oh, what a bunch of gayness.
God, Google.
Yeah,
No,
they changed it.
last
The
week
toolbox
they
and everything's
closed it.
all different too.
Oh, hey, the guy that's spamming OBS is now banned. He's not going to do anything. No, I'm going to fucking ban you because I can. All right, yeah, let's start the show now. Welcome to That's How I Call. I'm sorry if you didn't get your intro fix. XSplit sometimes, I figured it out. It's when you're dual recording, when you're streaming and doing a local recording. XSplit doesn't like when you do certain things. So I apologize. If you look forward to the intro and you enjoy it, I'm sorry that it wasn't up to par. But here we are, episode 18, or as I said in the intro that was probably muted, 19, or what I thought was episode 19 because I can't count. And I'm a
18
dumbass.
comes before 19.
18?
You cannot skip a week.
No, I cannot.
You can skip a week, but not numerically.
Right,
What
right.
if we did that, though, and people were just like, where's 18?
We just started skipping numbers.
Lost logs.
That'd be
And then
great.
release them as a DVD that you would have to purchase for $9.99.
And there was nothing on the DVD because we never did those shows.
With exclusive audio commentary of us watching ourselves and commentating over what we've already commentated over.
That'd be
Like,
great,
hey,
yeah.
This is the funny part here where Lefty plays a soundbite right here. Here it comes. It's funny. You didn't hear it because we're talking over it. See?
There it is.
But since we're talking, you wouldn't have heard it. Oh, wow. Now we're going places.
See you though, bitch.
No, see.
I can see you.
Well, you can't.
Me
Until...
and backdrop.
Right. Until you can see me until the Google Hangout fails, and then XSplit grabs my webcam. Then you ain't seeing me no more, bitch.
And then you go, bye. But yeah, that was pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Everyone had a great show except me. I was talking to a white screen the entire 2 hours. Hour and a half.
Why do you hate talking to white things, huh?
I don't. I prefer talking to white things.
Racist.
That's a little uncalled for, considering who you are and whatnot.
Who am I? I'm Lefty. Hello. Nice to meet you.
That was really hot. Just saying. And that's not sarcastic.
Really? Because I'm picking up a little bit of sarcasm from you, Katie.
No, like
Considering chizzes and stitches.
no.
All right.
He's overwhelmed with hotness right now. But seriously, it was really hot. I enjoyed
okay.
it.
All right. What was so funny?
I don't know, just the way you delivered it, and it's different now that your camera is at like an eye level.
Yeah, I decided that because I had my webcam sitting on a tripod, because most people, when they get webcams, put them on their monitors, because the webcams are designed usually to sit on their monitors. But I don't really, I think maybe the Microsoft LifeCam is designed for that, but I noticed there was a little, screw hole on the bottom of it. And so I figured, well, why not? I'll just get a tripod. And so I decided, the down-up camera angle, I don't know.
So where is it now?
It's, let's see. It's this much higher up. That's the
So it's
difference.
in front of your monitor?
Yeah, it's in the same exact spot where it was relative to where I sit. It's the same exact spot. It's just
No, but I meant like, is it now protruding in front of your monitor screen, or is it just tilted in an angle that it can see you?
No, it's not sitting on top of my monitor. It's on a tripod.
No. What I'm saying is, like, my mic is protruding in front of my monitor right now. My mic is. I'm asking, is your webcam now like right in front of
No.
your screen, essentially?
No.
Okay.
It's always this is my main. I'm looking at my main monitor right now. And I'm looking at monitor 2, camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2, and this is the camera.
We need another take.
Camera 1, camera 2. That was
Perfect.
an epic Wayne's World reference, if I do say so myself. But yeah, and you'll be getting Thursday night football highlights or updates throughout the night. So you'll get to hear what's going on with the San Francisco 49ers and the St. Louis Rams.
Fucking Rams.
Colin Kaepernick, Sam Bradford.
I don't even have to watch, and I can tell you what's going to happen.
The Rams are going to get shat upon.
I'm guessing, let's say, 42 to like 21.
I don't know. What's the line? Katie, look up at the line on this game. Give us the line, the betting line.
I bet it's like 5 to 1.
I'd probably give
San Francisco versus who?
the St. Louis Rams. I'd give the 49ers. I'd probably give them 9 points. Or no, I'd give the Rams 9 points. I'd take 9 points from the 49ers.
I don't like how sports betting works. It kind of like ruins. It's like, yay, they won, but if they didn't win by this many points, I'm losing my bet.
Right. Well, you can. There's different ways you can bet. The most popular way is to do the, the handicapping, where it's like,
I'm so confused. I'm not a sports person.
well, you give them 6 points and, or you take. Well, the favorite in any given contest is in a handicapping system is docked points. So. In this game, I'm assuming the San Francisco 49ers are the favorites. That means, from the handicap betting perspective, you would, instead of just looking at who won in the absolute, in the aggregate, you would take the final score and add a certain number of points to the underdog score and then recompute who won and who lost. And that's how that's traditional handicap betting. Yeah. So it's like if the Rams were, the terminology is they're giving points. Or the San Francisco 49ers are said to be giving X number of points to the Rams. So if they're getting 7 points and the Rams only lost by a field goal, which is 3 points, because the Rams get 7 points, you just add that to their final score, and they would have ended up winning. You would win that bet if you took the points rather than, in the terminology, in the lexicon, giving the points.
Wait,
no one to stop before you start. If you have a gambling addiction, call some bullshit hotline. They're not going to help you.
If you win the first time you ever place a sports bet, you're probably fucked.
Right? Yeah, because you're just all you're gonna know is, I ring the bell, take money.
Yeah. Your
Woo.
best bet is to lose. You want to lose the first one because then you'll probably never go back to it, or you'll dabble in it. But you're like, I got pretty burnt that first time. I don't know if I want to.
If you want to bet, if you want to learn how to bet in sports and how like absolutely futile it is. Just do like football pools, like at Super Bowl parties and stuff when people have those pools. Get into that, and then you realize, holy shit, it's like completely random. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I just threw away $20, and then you're like, okay, that's betting.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go over here and eat some dip and get drunk now.
Go take up craps. Yeah.
But even with craps, you can understand the odds.
Let's see.
Even stuff like blackjack.
All right, so you were close. You said 6. They're at pretty much 4 and 3.5.
Oh, really? San Fran's only giving 4 points?
Yeah.
Oh, give those points all day. Give those points all day.
I would take that bet.
Oh yeah, you bet. What's the over under? Do you know? Does it say at the?
Oh yeah, it's 105.
105. All right, I'd bet the under. I'd give the points and bet the under. Give the points, bet the under. Lock of the week. This is Lefty's lock of the week. That's going to be my new video series.
Did that game just start?
No, it hasn't started yet.
Oh, well then fuck.
Oh, Michelle.
I was going to say.
Beetle. Hello. But,
who?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Michelle Beadle?
Yeah.
What?
Not Beetle, not like the Beatles. Beetle as in like Badle, I think.
All right, don't know who that is.
Jesus. Katie's looking.
Whore.
Katie's looking her up right now. No, she was formerly of ESPN. Anyway, yeah. So that's my bet. Lock of the week. Take it to the bank. Most of you are probably not able to bet anyway because
Most of you don't know what a bank is.
right?
Unless you played Payday.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
Look, I hear Katie typing. She's looking
She's
that chick
looking her
up.
up,
She's
yeah.
totally looking her
No,
up.
no. I'm in the
Now
chat.
I have
Uh-huh.
to. Now I have to as well.
Beetle is, I think, Beadle. Oh, great. Oh, now I have to. Like you weren't doing it before. Get out of here.
Who
with
is it?
that.
Michelle Beadle?
Michelle Beetle.
Beetle.
What's up with you and Michelle's?
Michelle what?
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, Michelle Janicki.
Mm-hmm.
That's another one for you.
This chick, I would pass
What?
on.
She has like a gigantic forehead.
Yeah,
What's wrong with you?
I don't see anything that's.
All
appealing
I
to-
said was her name, and all of a sudden, like you're
Right.
what?
I would pass.
A lot of people find she's not Erin Andrews, but a lot of people find her
Over or
attractive.
under on her having a dick.
I don't. Wait, I don't think that
on her having a dick.
the over under what? Like how many dicks she has, or
If she has one.
well, but that doesn't. I mean, it's either has or has not. There's really no over under. Now, if you wanted to go over under based on how many penises you think she has, you'd set the line probably at 0.75 penises.
Wait, that's how many penises you
Well,
think
that's how.
she has?
No. But you see, that's how you get over and under stuff. You don't usually, when you bet over unders, you usually don't set it at a whole number. It's usually some kind of fraction. When there's doubt in your mind, you set it as a fraction. So if you wanted to make an over under bet, essentially have or have not, you would make it some impossible number because who has 0.75 penises? How do you have that? It's impossible. A penis is a penis.
Well, some people have not been.
Well, okay, now we get into the existential argument of, well, if you take a crumb and you chop it in half, you still have two crumbs. You don't have two half crumbs, you have two new crumbs. How is that possible?
Depends on what the determining size of a crumb is.
Oh my god. All right. Never mind, we're done. I don't
Is it now a particulate, not a crumb no longer?
mean a well, but then isn't a crumb a particle of a cookie in general? Isn't that how it works?
If we're looking in the grand scheme
I
of
get out of here with your craziness. You go away. Get drunk.
pandas. They're so cute. Evil. Don't try to fuck a panda. That thing will rip your dick off.
They've got like claws, don't they? Like serious
Razor
business
claws.
bears. They are bears.
Right.
Yes. They're kind of like pothead
That's-
bears if you think about it. They don't really do anything, but if
They're
you
like
fucked
hipster
with it
bears.
enough, it would rape
Well,
you.
it's because there's like 4 of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't fuck a panda. It'll fuck you up and not want to have.
Let
sex.
other pandas fuck that panda because we need more of them. And bamboo. They need bamboo.
No, I like the bamboo. Bamboo's nice. They should find another food source. Like go eat particle board or something, you know?
Yeah, because
Something
I'm
we
sure
don't give a
that's
shit.
plenty of sustenance for them. Just
Yeah,
particle.
so-
Just eat more of it. Is
Just
that
eat
not
more
how
of it. You'll eventually get something out of it, I guess.
Yeah, like Jared
Fiber,
from
yes.
Subway, you know?
Definitely.
He stopped eating all those Mickey D's and replaced it with Subway. It's not that
Oh,
Subway.
also, and he replaced it with walking like 5 miles a day. You notice
It's
how that
funny.
kind of gets left out of the whole Subway thing?
Yeah, but it was funny. Jim Gaffigan did a bit on this. Like, people think we look at Subway like a healthier choice. Like, all right, instead of this hamburger at McDonald's, I'm gonna go get a meatball sub. Well, what is a meatball sub? It's 5 hamburgers rolled into little balls, covered in cheese, on a shitty piece of bread.
Mm-hmm.
And that is. I don't know why anyone thinks. I don't look at Subway as healthy. I think it's sometimes
not.
better than McDonald's.
Well,
yeah,
it can be healthy if you get the right things.
if you get the right things. But even then, it's like
And you can only have a 6-inch sub. If you have a foot long, it completely negates anything.
true.
Unless you're just eating like
Sandwich talk. All right, Quiznos is way better. Subway does horrible toasting of your bread.
Quiznos is
Quiznos is amazing at toasting. They have a real, I don't know, it's called a toaster. You know, it toasts the bread.
Yeah.
But their sandwiches on the inside kind of suck assholes. Depending on what you get. I've always gotten bad stuff there.
what was their
The sub
was
I've ever had is a Public sub, which isn't up north.
What's in it?
It's like it's not. It's their bread and they use boar's head meat on it.
Mhm.
Ooh, boar's head meat.
It's delicious. The best sub I've ever. I can't go to Subway or Quiznos or anything. Jimmy John's is okay compared
Jimmy
to
John's
Publix.
is okay. I feel like it's overrated sometimes just because of its scarcity in certain places.
See,
Like I'd rather have a Subway or something than Jimmy John's.
see, Jimmy John's is decent. Like you don't, I don't know. Katie's enamored with Jimmy John's because you have never had it until you came to Chicago, right, Katie?
Right.
You never had Jimmy John's, so she loves Jimmy John's.
And they deliver, which is nice.
And they're right; they deliver, and it's perfect in college towns if you're hungover or you don't really want to go get anything, or you need something to eat quick before you go study or you go out drinking. So you call Jimmy John's and they show up, and it's decent for in that role. But in terms of like, ooh, it's like my vacation. I want to go for a meal.
Yeah.
Let's go to Jimmy John's. No, you don't do that.
I
Yeah.
do.
Well, right,
Yeah,
you do because you're enamored with it because it's your first time having it.
No,
And
because I like.
they're
like
good
cold
sandwiches.
subs.
They're good sandwiches.
But that's what they are. They're just good sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's a lot of other places that are way better. What is one in Texas? It's
I know Penn Station gets a lot of love. Penn Station.
Station.
It's basically
Oh,
like Jimmy John's, but
okay.
called Penn Station or something
Oh.
like that.
I know we
Yeah.
have Firehouse subs.
yeah, they had that in
Not much.
Texas too, and they weren't that much.
No.
I mean, they're
They're
just
just
another
weird
sandwich shop.
mixtures of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't like classic subs.
Yeah, their meatball is not as good as Subway's. I would get the same thing everywhere and just compare it, and I don't think I liked Firehouse as much. And the way they do things is, it's funny just thinking on how people corner the market in certain things. Like Subway has the foot long and the 6-inch. If you go anywhere else, it's small, medium, or large.
Mhm.
And I wonder how they would react if you asked for a foot long at any of those other sub places.
At Publix, it's whole and half. Yep.
But half of what?
Half of a whole, of course.
So then what?
That kind of screws up their marketing because it's like, oh, I want a whole sandwich. Well, what is a half not a whole now? Like,
right, like when
what
I
a 6-inch is,
right, because when I
That's what they
think
call
right, because when you say foot long versus 6-inch, you think, oh well, I'm just it's just a linear scale, like but I'm still getting the same amount, the same sandwich. When I
Yeah.
think half versus whole, it's like, what, you give me half the ingredients? Do I not get turkey along with the ham or whatever? Like, that's poor. That's poor marketing. That's what that is. Marketing talk.
Didn't confuse me at all. I got what they meant.
No, but it's just
A
not.
whole
yeah.
foot long sub or a half of the
Right,
foot
but
long.
you got what they meant, but there's probably a lot of people that just
It's not that
subconsciously-
clear,
or they think like
That just means
half.
they probably sold a lot more whole ones for more money.
right? I don't want to get juked out of this. I
Just
want my
like
whole-
Subway started selling footlongs on the wake of the whole Jared thing, and then people realized he ate 6-inch subs and walked
Yeah.
5 miles every day. Like he only ate like 1 6-inch sub a day or whatever it was, and he had to walk miles to get it. So it was a relatively healthy diet, and he exercised. Guess what happens when you do that?
You lose weight.
You lose weight. Well, you lose fat.
I wonder how much money they spend just monitoring him, making sure he never gains weight again. Because if so, they're kind of fucked. Like, how bad would that look if he started gaining weight again? It's like, well, why don't you hop on the Subway thing, huh? Doesn't
I've been
work
eating
anymore.
meatball subs. That's what's doing it.
You can only have so much Black Forest ham in 1 week. Stop it.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I tweeted this out today because I was hungry in the morning and couldn't go anywhere.
Mhm.
Why does no one deliver? Or maybe you do, it's always different. And we don't have things like Eat24 over here in grocery places. But why is there not like a breakfast delivery service place?
Ooh.
Because doesn't that
bad.
make sense? Because breakfast
Mhm.
in bed, that's a thing. Not everyone wants to cook and give breakfast in bed. It's no different than takeout if you think about
Right,
it.
but how much of a piece of shit are you if you're like the significant other of somebody? Like, here, honey, I got you breakfast in bed. You ordered this. This doesn't count.
Those are the same people though that get the takeout and then dump it all on a plate and hide the takeout containers though. There's the same.
Oh
guy.
yeah, like people that get Boston Market, like, ooh, look at this
Yeah.
chicken dinner
Oh,
I
Boston
made.
Market. Yeah, it's
Like,
always Boston Market.
Bitch, this is Boston Market macaroni and cheese. I know this shit anywhere because it's delicious. Boston Market mac and cheese is
Like the only thing I
amazing.
can think of for breakfast in the fast food sense is like McDonald's and I guess some other similar hamburger places that serve like a breakfast burrito or some shit like that.
yeah, McDonald's.
food-wise.
Oh my god, McDonald's breakfast is so good.
They're amazing, and if they delivered, I'd probably get
If
it.
McDonald's delivered, I would be like 400 pounds and I'd never leave my house.
Is their food
have no
too cheap
reason
to
to.
deliver? Is that like a thing? Their food is probably too
that
cheap
they
to
would
warrant
lose
delivery.
money. Yeah.
Because they got to pay the
Probably.
delivery driver and they got to pay him gas and mileage.
They would have to set up a system like, all right, if you're buying 7 Egg McMuffins, we will deliver. Which,
Yeah,
hey,
right.
I'll buy
They'd have like a
4
minimum.
for that.
Yeah, $25 or more on your order. You get McDonald's
do
to come
it.
out there.
Yeah, exactly. Just so you don't have to leave the house.
Right, but how much
People
is
really do that.
$25 in food at McDonald's get you a lot of damn food?
Yeah, that's 25 Egg
For a couple
McMuffins.
days.
And those
A
things
couple
are good
days, if I get
fast.
25 Egg McMuffins sitting in front of me, I'm going to see how deep I can go into that pile. Because once you
That's-
start eating
no,
Egg
no, no, you
McMuffins,
can't eat that many.
no, but I mean, you're going to get
that's
pretty
not-
deep into that pile. Because if you've got 25 Egg McMuffins sitting right in front of you and you're just eating them, are you going to stop? Like, because you taste an Egg McMuffin and it's delicious. It's got everything you need in the perfect, or not need, but you want in the perfect proportions. And you're like, this is so good. I wish I had another one. Ooh, another Egg McMuffin. Num, num, num. Oh, I wish I had. Oh, another Egg McMuffin. Look, and before you know it, you're like, holy shit, I've eaten 15 Egg McMuffins. Oh, well.
I think
Might as
I
well
could
eat
do
more.
5.
I'd probably
and then I have to
stop
wait.
at like 3.
But the good thing is you have lunch and dinner already set up and planned.
Right.
And guess what? Midnight snack, breakfast again.
And when's the last time you had an Egg McMuffin for lunch or dinner?
It's been a good year.
Because McDonald's, for some reason, are like, no, we're going to stop serving at 10:30.
But that's what I would do. That's a real thing. I would like accidentally. I was like, wow, I'm starving. It's breakfast. I'm so hungry. I'd be like, over order, and then I'm like, I'm full after like 3 of these things. I guess I'll save them for lunch. And then lunch comes around. It's like, dinner? Okay then. It's a small little party.
I wonder why
I
McDonald's
always get
isn't.
all hash browns. Their hash browns are delicious.
Oh no.
Those
If
are
you
good,
want hash
too,
browns, you
but-
got to go to like a little mom and pop Greek restaurant for good hash
Well,
browns.
yeah, they're not even the same thing. They're essentially like a potato cake, essentially, over there. But they're still good. It's just I don't warrant the same dollar value for hash brown at McDonald's versus an Egg McMuffin. I think they're both $1, and one is a tiny little potato thingy, and one is a fucking sandwich of goodness.
The good Egg
Dunkin'
McMuffin
Donuts
for
has
days.
really good hash browns.
Dunkin' Donuts has amazing everything. All of their food is really
I don't know. Their
good.
coffee's okay.
Their coffee's amazing. What are you
You're about to
talking
piss
I don't
about?
like their
all-
coffee.
You're gonna piss off all of the East Coast right now. All of
I
New
like
England
Starbucks
area.
Whoa! Oh, great! Yeah. Don't
I
even
do.
talk to me about caribou
Tim Hortons
coffee.
is the best.
Hmm.
Tim Hortons is the best.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I've had all 4 of those. Tim Hortons is only in Canada and the New England area.
Ugh. Ugh.
And
Canada,
guess what?
New
It's
England.
$1. It's $1 for the best coffee,
Cool.
not $5.
Whatever.
Dunkin' Donuts will make you poop.
All coffee makes you poop.
Yeah.
It's a
Hash browns.
diuretic.
I was waiting for someone to chime in with that.
It's a normal thing for me. Like in the morning, I have 2 cups of coffee, and then I got to go to the bathroom.
Thank you. We all wanted to know that.
Well, that's what you do.
Although
You
I
got to get that
do-
morning poop out of the way.
Yeah, because that's what you use the coffee as like a natural
It's a
cleansing.
catalyst.
Yeah. Like, oh man, I had some bad stuff last night. I got to get that out of my colon.
Like if you're about to go to like classes for 4 hours or your work, you got to get that morning shit out of the way. You pound a coffee, take it before your shower, because if you're taking a shit after you shower, you might as well go back to bed because your whole day is ruined. You need to shit before you shower.
Oh,
not
of
the
course.
other way
Oh no,
around.
yeah. You poop before you shower. That's for
No,
sure.
your
You know what the
day's
worst
gone.
feeling is having to take a crap when you're working out.
I feel like that's a lot.
Like it sucks so bad because you're working out and like you're sweaty.
How many times do you rip one, honestly, while you're working out?
Do
when
I
you're in an
fart while
awkward
I'm working
squatting,
out?
How many times have you ripped one on accident
I don't.
while doing like a leg press or something?
I don't think I ever have.
I feel like this
Because when I'm precisely because of that reason, like when I'm working out, if I feel a twinge in my bowels, I go evacuate immediately because I don't want to be like finishing up a
I
set
just
and
picture you
then
dropping barbells and running towards the bathroom. All hands on deck, shit.
Oh, goodness.
see that's why I
No
take
pun
care of it.
intended.
I take care of that before I work out.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be in the middle of a set and then all of a sudden I got friends in my pants that I didn't want there before.
Those aren't friends.
Friends?
I've never heard that expression used.
What, the Cosby kids aren't your friends?
No, I've heard that dropping the Cosbys off at the swimming pool. But
I
I've
know,
never
but I'm
heard
just
friends in my
I'm
pants.
just extending the metaphor.
Friends aren't allowed in my pants. That's a no friend zone. No pun intended. That's a no friend zone.
Is that a
zone.
pun?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Because friend zone is a thing, and I was just saying no friend zone, but not friend zone. Not a pun, but it. Weird.
Brain hurts. So yeah, that's poop talk on. That's
Poop talk.
So we
why
had
I called.
The
McDonald's.
notes for this
delivered.
show are weird already.
Oh yeah,
They should be.
Yeah.
I like the food discussion.
I do because we were obviously
Now I'm just
passionate
hungry.
about it.
I just ate.
Mm-hmm.
But I've said that before. Like, why don't more places deliver? Like, it's mainly pizza and like Chinese takeout,
Mm-hmm.
and the grocery places, which they're not everywhere. Like, what if I really want a burrito? I will give you the $25 or whatever it costs in delivery charge and gas.
Mhm.
Just bring me that burrito. I can't sit at a table and wait for this burrito, because then as soon as it's so good, I'm gonna eat it. Then I'm gonna have to poop in your public restroom, and I don't want that. I'd rather poop in the comfort of my own home.
Oh yeah, you always poop in your home base. I hate away games. Awful.
No.
The locker room it's just like it's I mean, you make
It
fun of the
looks
sports
like a
analogy, but it's like that. The locker rooms, the away locker rooms are always the worst. And when you're away from your home base and you got to do your business, the away locker room is awful because it's like, oh my God, how many other people have sat here? And then especially at the airport, oh my, the plastic thing they put on that, try putting your butt on that and see how
that's
you feel.
weird, but I appreciate that they actually maintain the airport bathrooms. Like, they're pretty fucking clean.
Yeah.
Anywhere else you go, it's like, I'm gonna get AIDS just breathing in here right
No,
now. Like,
right. I mean,
horrible.
they do maintain it, but it's still, I mean, just the feeling on your,
Don't sit, hover. Stand
I
on
can't.
the seat and bend.
what is that, like my work? I'm doing like wall sits. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
you're
take
doing
a dump.
squats. You're doing squats.
What am I standing up in between like pushes? Like up? No,
We
done.
want to get
Not
out
done
quick.
yet.
We got a flight to catch. All right,
Yeah.
we ain't got time to kill.
And that stupid industrial toilet paper should be banned in all 50 states, in all 48 contiguous states.
That should be banned in the entire world.
It should be a
'cause that's not
hate crime.
toilet paper.
That's a war
That's
crime.
against the Geneva Convention.
Yeah.
That shit. No pun
Oh,
intended.
so that I think was a pun.
That was.
I think that was a good pun. I
We'll
like
say it
that.
was a pun.
Yeah, it was a pun. Pun
It was in the
talk.
realm of pun talk.
Mhm.
But seriously, it's like, all right, don't break. Fuck.
Mhm.
Fuck. You know, and then you need like 50 pieces to make what one normal piece of toilet paper is.
Well, right, because you don't want. I mean, you don't want things to pass through the paper, so you've got to wad it up on your hand, and then it chafes off like a meat. It's like glass. It's like rubbing glass on your skin, like broken glass on your.
Fucking barnacle
that
up your
bad.
ass.
Yeah,
No, it's that bad. It's
it
like
is that bad.
sandpaper.
No, it's that bad. Maybe you have better stuff in the ladies' room. I don't know, but
Maybe.
in the men's room, the industrial just
This is gonna.
Oh.
I'm gonna take it to a whole nother
We
level.
don't
right
even
here.
have to use it every time.
I know. This is why I'm gonna, Katie. I'm glad you brought that up. This is gonna get really weird. We don't have to wipe our dicks when we're done pissing.
Right.
You all do.
hmm
That
Well,
cannot
not
be.
ours.
No, but you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But that is not friendly toilet paper. It is like sandpaper. How does that not bother you in the most sensitive area of your body?
It's not like sandpaper, or at least what I've experienced.
The one ply thing that it breaks every time you pull it. Why does she act like she's never seen this toilet paper? We know what we're talking about.
I don't know. Maybe they do have different things. Maybe they have a different kind in the ladies' room. I don't know.
Maybe. I guess that would be worth investing. You don't want them bleeding.
I suppose, right? Yeah. All right.
When
Well,
they're
get
not
on it.
supposed
Get on it.
to.
Research style. We're gonna take a short break. That's not why you called. We'll be right back. More toilet paper talk on the way. Got a lot of stuff to talk
Right,
about.
right.
Front
Tweet
to
us.
back. Front
Tweet-
to back.
Oh, always front to back. Hashtag TNWYC is how you get in touch with us on Twitter. Go ahead and tweet the show. We'll be right back. Don't go changing.
Front to back.
That's not why you called. Thursday, 7 p.m. Central. That's not why you called.
Welcome back to That's Not Why You Called. After our first segment went delightfully off the rails, we are back with what hopefully will be a great show. I forgot to get the propers out of the way. Thank you for everybody that's joining us on, oh my God, you have two lighters. Thank you for everybody that's joining us on Twitch. Again, if this is your first time here, be sure to hit that follow button. You'll be notified every time I start live streaming. At least once a week, we'll be doing That's Not Why You Called. Gaming live streams intermittently here and there. I've been actually streaming a lot. Well, maybe we'll touch on that a little bit later. So hit that follow button to be notified via email every time I do start streaming. You can also follow me on Twitter. You can follow Chiz on Twitter as well, at Dr. Chiz. I am at Lefty643. Also, check out my YouTube channel. This is where the live shows will be at from now on. If you haven't gotten that memo, we are no longer going to do to be YouTube streaming, because YouTube streaming is an awful platform. And despite technical difficulties in our first episode on Twitch, the Twitch stream never went down.
Never went down.
Never ever went down. And
Not a single time.
the viewership was. It was actually better than what we had gotten on YouTube the last couple of weeks, like in terms of a per.
Yeah, because it works.
Mm-hmm.
And people know we're live.
Yeah, people know.
But
And-
to make sure you never miss a show, follow Lefty on Twitter. And all of us, because we all tweet it out when we do go live.
yes, so be sure to do that. Now on streaming, I've been streaming a lot of Grand Theft Auto 5. Did we talk about this last week, Katie? What's bothering you?
Yeah, what was that all about?
Someone said something really stupid in the chat room.
What did they say?
Please repeat it.
It says, Katie, tell Lefty that his intro says 7, and the show started at 8.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Show's over. We're done.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
I'm watching
oh my
football.
God.
Colin Kaepernick coming up to the line, I formation.
Draw a circle around him.
You won't see it. That's not how it works. Oh, nice little dump off to what appears to be a fullback in the right
No,
flat
it's a
for
running
pick
back.
up the first down for the San Francisco 49ers. 11 and a half minutes to go here in the first quarter. No score. Between the 49ers and Rams.
Great football.
All right, I think I'm violating. I think I was violating all kinds of
You have
NFL.
signed consent from the,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
the NFL and the
No.
Sony and all that.
I am disseminating the accounts and descriptions of the game without the express written consent of the National Football League. Because
I
fuck
love
them.
that. I loved when Family Guy did a thing on that. Like, do you have the suppressed written consent from all of them or whatever? It's like, just ABC. They shoot the shit out of his VCR.
And if you listen to that, that's a thing. Like, there's a reason.
Yeah.
If you listen to what this telecast is copyrighted the NFL and they may not be blah 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 blah, all that shit, you cannot. If you follow those rules, you cannot. If you're watching the game with somebody, you cannot turn to them and talk about what you saw. You can't. If you were to follow those rules by the letter of the law and what they expressly describe, you cannot watch a football game with somebody sitting next to you and during a timeout say, "Gee, what'd you think of that last sequence of plays?" You can't.
I break the law all the fucking time.
But that's not. See, that's a really interesting point you brought up, because a lot of people mistake that for being a law, and it's not. I mean, a lot of the things, companies can reserve the right. They can try to reserve the right to whatever they want. That doesn't mean they're going to get it. You don't, supposedly you don't have the right to do all these things with video games you buy. We got into a lot of this with the Xbox One. And my contention always was, well, it's not a contract because I wasn't made aware of the terms before I was entered into the contract. So it's null and void. But even if it says all these things, they cannot reserve the right to everything. You can't sign that. You cannot sign away your firstborn child. You can't do it. You just can't. Just like Machinima. Remember Machinima was with the perpetual contracts? Mm-hmm. And people were like, hey.
I'm still on one.
Right? People were like, hey, I don't think you can sign perpetual contracts. People were like, well, read your contracts, bro. So what? Just because Machinima cannot sign you to a contract in perpetuity. Can't do it. Can't happen. It's just, it's impossible. Because those contracts, even if you say, yes, I agree to be bound by this contract in perpetuity, the overreaching, the body that enforces those contracts, the government, says, no, you can't. Because that would set a dangerous precedent. So just because a company says you can or can't do this with their product doesn't mean you can't do it. So, fuck you, the NFL. I'm going to disseminate all over your face. And a little bit in your-
football over here.
Whoever the 49ers kicker is, wide right on a field goal attempt. Still 0-0. 9 minutes to go in the first quarter.
How far was it out?
I think it was it looked like a 45-yard kick.
Oh, okay, then. I was about to say.
The holder was Lee. The kicker is I couldn't see, but yeah, it did that thing where the end over end kick, while it is one of the more accurate kicks, it tends to knuckle a lot, especially when you get a lot of rotation on it. It does a little knuckle if it hits a pocket of low pressure air or comes out of high pressure area or whatever. It tends to knuckle and do that, and so sometimes you can. Yeah. So
more football talk.
Football talk on That's Not Why You Called. What I want to know is what
we can't draw on our screens. I would just put like
do a
circles
telestrator.
Like, yeah.
See, the great thing about football players is I can't do a good. I can't do a good John Madden. Frank Caliendo. You have an app?
No, I wonder if they have.
Remember when he had a show? Remember when Frank Caliendo had a show that lasted for like 30 seconds?
I never watched it. I'm gonna be honest. It didn't intrigue me. I just liked his comedy specials. Like that had everything. It was like Mad TV. Like I don't need to watch Mad TV. It was just in that kind of realm for some reason because they were all shticks, and I just like his routine comedy with all of his characters. Which he's amazing. He
does an amazing. He has all the except for Elaine, but he's got all the Seinfeld characters down. He does a great Jerry, a great George, and a pretty good Kramer. John Madden, obviously, you've heard of him. Robert
Brett Favre. You know about Brett Favre.
Right, and that, just the nuance of that, of John Madden's obsession with Brett Favre just makes Frank Caliendo's John Madden beautiful. But it's like, dude, you're not filling a 30-minute show with that.
Yeah.
Like, stick to being...
It's really hard. I mean, that's why you don't see someone like Jeff Dunham. I mean, he had a show on Comedy Central for like one season. They're great in what they do. They have an hour of perfect performed ritual comedy and acts, quote acts. You can't get that into a 30-minute kind of thing. Really, especially in the comedy scene, things like South Park, animated shows that have a narrative that they can write whatever the fuck they want, and things like The Daily Show, which is topical. Those last for obvious reasons. But something like Frank Caliendo's show or the Jeff Dunham thing, it's just how many shticks can we come up with, and does it flow at all? No, it doesn't matter.
So then how would you describe Dave Chappelle then and Chappelle's show? Despite, because Chappelle's show probably could have been around for a long time had Chappelle not gone crazy.
Yeah, you're right. He's probably one of the first. I mean, that's all the Dave Chappelle show was shticks, and then he'd come out and talk for a bit, and that's what those are. I don't know. Maybe he was just a better comedian.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming that Dave Chappelle is probably on another, an upper echelon as relative to the likes of Frank Caliendo and Jeff Dunham. Though
I feel like he has legit shticks. There are skits that he came up with, whereas Frank Caliendo, he can come up with shticks, but they're his 10 or so voices or whatever. How many times can you play those around? And Jeff Dunham has the 7 puppets or however many he has. How many times can you work those into a funny thing until we just get it's like this is the same thing, or I've heard this bit before, things like that. Where Dave Chappelle, it's like they have some repeats, like what is it, shit got real or whatever, or she
right. When keeping it real goes wrong,
goes wrong. They have a couple repeats and stuff like that, but it was always something new or different. And they bring Charlie Murphy or some crap like that.
Oh, the Charlie Murphy, the true Hollywood stories with Charlie Murphy were great. And if you get the special edition DVDs of Chappelle's show, there's some unaired Charlie Murphy stuff. That's awesome. They didn't film anything for it. They didn't film like the reenactments of it, but it's just Charlie Murphy telling you a story. And it was he talks about how he punched a guy bound in a wheelchair. How this guy came in and was talking shit on Eddie, and Charlie was like, "Listen, man, I don't care at you. I'm about to pop you in the mouth," and he did. Oh my God, it's great. So get the special edition Chappelle Show DVD box set if you can still find it. It's probably
support Dave Chappelle. He needs it.
Would he get any more of that money?
I doubt it. How long do those royalties last? I wonder if he even got royalties from it from the get go. I would assume Charlie Murphy would get more of that.
Well, I mean, even
his show.
I don't know what the legal battle was like after he left, because he got that huge contract, filmed part of a season and then just pieced out. Like if I'm Comedy Central, I'm not paying you shit. Like in fact, if I'm Comedy Central, I'm suing you, Dave Chappelle, because I probably gave you a huge upfront payment for this contract. You can't just do that. I mean, I love and respect Dave Chappelle as a comedian. He's awesome.
Great comedian.
But you sign a contract and you're like, yeah, I'll do this, and then
you fucking go to Africa.
Africa, yeah.
Yeah, Africa.
Africa.
But he's another one where I prefer. Maybe I just prefer stand-up comedy as a median, but I prefer his stand-up specials over his actual show, even though it was great. What's
There's
happening?
another missed field goal. Oh, they doinked it. A doink.
Really?
Not dink. A doink off the top upright and in. St. Louis leads San Francisco.
Wait, it went in?
It went in. It dinked and went boop in. Past the right upright, I believe. If it's the right upright.
Yeah, it's upright.
Well, no, I'm just thinking of right versus left upright.
Oh.
And it went in. So St. Louis leads the 49ers 3-0. What was the line on that game again? 6?
4.
4? Oh, yeah.
3.5, 4.
Woohoo! Right now? And the 49ers were giving 4 points.
Yeah.
Oh,
So.
baby.
Yeah, but 1 touchdown and.
Give me that money. Yeah, but giving that touchdown, it's a push. It still counts as a win, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Basically, I'm going to take all my YouTube money and start betting on sports. I'm going to be rich.
It's a sure thing.
I'm going to be like Dave Chappelle rich, which is probably not that rich.
That's not anymore. I can't imagine how much he's got. I mean, I haven't seen him do anything.
He's been around. He's just been banging around doing comedy specials.
Did you see Robin Williams has a show again on TV?
Yeah, he's back on TV.
Yeah, that's something.
His last show was Mork and Mindy,
Mork and Mindy, yeah.
which
And
a
that was
lot of people watching this have never ever heard of, and
Never
probably will
heard of.
never ever see an episode of Mork and Mindy. I barely saw a few episodes of Mork and Mindy because it was on, the crappy old people's channel then when I was a kid.
Yeah. Well, that was like 20 or 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Mork and Mindy's hella old.
No, Mork and Mindy was in the early 80s or late 70s, I think. Katie, check it out.
Yeah, like.
What was the Mork and Mindy run?
Look it up.
IMDb. I love doing that. Just going up to IMDb and like looking up movies that I love and looking at like little trivia about them or goofs.
I look at it and then I go to the actors. Then I look at the top and it's like pre-production. This is put in post. This hasn't been announced or whatever. And I'm like, you're doing all these?
Mhm.
Okay. It's like I haven't seen you in nothing. Wow. I'm fucking great.
Lefty, your show, you said 7, but it started at 8. Is that your next complaint? And by the way, for those of you that don't understand, the reason we were riffing on that guy was because time zones.
Yeah,
7 p.m. Central.
I know, it's weird. It starts at 1 for some people. Crazy.
Yeah. If you're up in Russia, what time does it start in Russia? It starts at like
3 or 4 a.m. depending on what area of Russia you are, considering it's as wide as like the entire northern hemisphere.
mm-hmm. in China, like it can start like tomorrow. We started.
Mork and Mindy.
Yeah.
You should see Robin Williams in like all silver.
I don't.
Really?
Did it only go for 1 season or 1 year?
No.
No.
I don't think
Why is it
that's
saying
right,
that?
but it might be.
Maybe
It says first episode was 78, final episode was 82.
Oh, okay. I don't know why it showed up.
So 78. That was
Yeah, 78 to 82.
35 years ago.
Mm-hmm. 35 years ago.
94 episodes. Jesus, that's a long first season. No,
Wait,
what is
how
that?
many episodes?
94.
Wow.
Between Robin and Pam Dauber.
Wow.
They're the only two that had 94. Well, obviously, they're fucking Mork and Mindy.
It's kind of their show.
Yeah.
Although I saw on Reddit the other day that that Bryan Cranston and whoever played Dewey in Malcolm in the Middle appeared in more episodes than Malcolm did.
I believe that.
Which
Wasn't he
Yeah.
more popular, though, than Malcolm, really?
who?
Who? Dewey?
No.
No, Dewey was a shit.
No, I hated
He was...
everybody on
everyone
that show
hated
except
Dewey.
Bryan Cranston and
But I believe that. There's a lot of episodes just from vague recollection that, I mean, a lot of them were centered around Hal. which was his character at the time.
Okay.
And I remember Dewey is usually with his dad or fucking around or something. I believe that. I didn't know he directed back then.
Well, he did.
Yeah, he was directing some of those episodes.
Still not going to watch Breaking Bad, though.
Awesome director. You're a horrible piece of shit.
Ah,
They won the Emmy.
Yeah. well,
They won the Emmy for Best Drama, even though that shithead from the Newsroom show, which no one likes except for that
Jeff
one.
Daniels.
Yeah, Jeff Daniels won Best Actor or whatever.
It's written by who writes that? Who writes?
I know who
The
you're gonna
Newsroom?
say because you either like him or you don't like him. He's that kind of a writer.
It's he was on he wrote the West Wing. Oh, what's his name? Son
Aaron
of a
Sorkin.
Aaron Sorkin.
Yep.
And you know what's
Social
really
Network,
great is
West Wing, Moneyball.
you know what's really great is when you go into YouTube and you look at Aaron Sorkin mashups and you see all what they call Sorkinisms.
Yeah.
Where it's like the same stupid cliche line that Sorkin uses in all of his stuff. And then it's like, wow, maybe he really isn't that creative.
Social Network was good though, but Anna Gunn won Best Actress for Emmys. They will win everything next year though. That's what happens when you break up a season into 2 parts.
Right. So this is the first part of the last season now, right?
Yeah, it's 5A, which had really good. I mean, there's one episode in there that is fantastic. Like normally it was, since they are allotted this many episodes to complete all their wrap ups. Normally an episode that I'm thinking of, for those that know it's the train episode. Spoiler alert, it's been a fucking year. It would take normally like 3 in the story archive. This all happened from planning, execution, everything in one. It was just so jam-packed. But it was 5A, which, yeah, there's good acting in it, but not – I can see why someone would win best. I'm surprised they won the best drama thing for 5A. 5B, they're going to win everything for.
So 5B hasn't begun airing yet, right?
No,
They've
it has.
shot it. Oh, this is 5B now.
5B ends this Sunday.
Okay. Oh, see, I thought 5A was ending now.
No, it's been a year. I think it ended. It's almost a year to date. I think they wrapped up around September of last year. It took them 4 weeks, an episode to write the ones in 5B. That's why they needed a year of.
Does that mean I can stop hearing about the show now?
No, not into. No, because here's something good.
Oh, God.
And Sony representatives said it themselves. Like anything Vince Gilligan touches, they'll just sign him on now. They picked up a spin-off, Better Call Saul, signed him 13 episodes already on AMC. He pitched another series called Battle Creek, and they immediately signed that series too.
No.
Vince Gilligan is a god right now. He can just put any piece of shit out he wants, and they'll sign it because of Breaking Bad.
Sweet Jesus.
Yeah.
Sweet Jesus.
It's amazing. Everyone in chat, tell me Breaking Bad is not amazing.
Breaking Bad.
They're in the Guinness Book of World Records.
For what?
Best rated show on TV ever.
Oh, you know who also is in the Guinness Book of World Records? That guy with the really long fingernails. What the fuck does that mean?
Doesn't matter. He's the best at
The
what
guy
he
that keeps
does.
his fucking fingernails in a bag. They're like tentacles at this point. They're all
You know-
slimy and green and shit.
I think that dude's
he's in the Guinness Book of
profession-
World Records.
I think that dude's profession with the really long fingernails, I think he's the dude in India, was like photographer or something like that.
You're not taking my pictures if I show. I don't care. Like if I show up and
Well,
you've
how
got
are you
super,
operating like an old school mechanic?
your hands are in a bag. What are you doing?
That is really scary.
And if I show up and some guy with tentacles is trying to take my picture, stay away. I'm going with somebody else. Go away from me, tentacle man.
I'm about to,
Tentacle.
we're about to talk about a show that you don't care about and I don't care about, Dexter. I didn't start watching it after season 2, but I'm about to tell you the finale of what happened last week because everybody was pissed and left. I just read it, so I was like, wow, this was shit. There was some drama or something, like he was supposed to go away. Dexter kills people.
Right. He's
like,
a serial killer that
he's a
kills
good guy,
bad
serial
guys.
killer. Yeah, still a killer. But he was supposed to go away to some place with these other people he liked, but he realized that I think his sister died in the episode prior, and he was like, I hurt everyone I'm near. I can't go with them. So he takes a little boat, goes into a storm, and you hear later on the news that the boat is gone and the person pronounced dead on it was, Dexter, whatever his fucking name is.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end, it like pans and there's a lumberjack in a forest, and it comes in on him, and there's Dexter right there on camera. He's still alive, and then it's done. And that's how they ended a series. There's no more Dexter. Hey, is he still killing people? We don't know. We made him a lumberjack.
He's a lumberjack now, so we don't know.
He's all done.
He turned his life around. He's a lumberjack now.
I'm sorry. I just saved all of you an hour of television. You're welcome.
I watched Dexter. Had to be in 2007, maybe early 2008. The storyline at the time was this guy's a serial killer. He murders bad guys. But there's another bad guy who's like on him, and he's like playing shadow games with him, and like he knows about his secret little hideout in his wall AC unit. Whatever season that was, I watched that. I'm like, oh, okay.
The only thing I thought was cool, because I only got through 2 seasons, was like I think through season 2, the guy he was trying to, it might be the guy you're talking about, turned out to be his long unannounced brother, and he was the older brother, I think, and Dexter was the younger brother. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then they fought to the death.
Dude, that's just reeks of like shitty soap opera. Like, I'm your brother. Ha, ha, I woke from a coma and all that stuff. Okay, Dexter. If you like Breaking Bad, I'm just talking.
He just doesn't try new fucking things.
I'm sure Breaking Bad, if I gave it a chance, is a very well done show. I'm sure it's very good. I'm sure I might even like it. But the hype itself has ruined it for me, because it can't be anything less than the best show I've ever watched, and that's just not going to happen. Probably.
Oh, it is going
to. It's probably not just going to live up to that. And if you like Dexter, you like Dexter.
It is going to. And then I'm going to talk. Spoiler alert for next week. I'm going to talk about the ending of Breaking Bad next show, and I'm going to compare it to The Sopranos, because that's kind of what the ballpark is right now.
Oh, The Sopranos ending was awful. Bad.
I know, but it's one of those things, like, I haven't seen The Sopranos, but it's like, people were like, all right, does Tony Soprano die? Does he get caught by the FBI or whatever? And now we're at Walter White. It's like, is he going to kill all these people, kill himself? Is this person going to kill him? Does he get caught? Which that's not fathomable anymore. So it's kind of like that.
Who's the writer you said for the lead? Is he director or is he the writer for Breaking Bad?
Vince Gilligan.
Yeah,
he's the creator.
Oh, the creator. But didn't he come out recently and said that there's no Walter White without Tony Soprano? Was that a quote? Was that him? Somebody said that. I don't know who that was exactly.
I don't know if he said that. That might have been someone else, because his whole pitch line always is, we're going to take – the whole point of the series was how he pitched it to people is, we're going to take Mr. Chips and turn him into Scarface over the course of all the seasons.
Okay, and you know what? Yeah, that's probably a pretty cool damn series
Vince Gilligan.
that I'd like to watch. But everybody talking about it now and everybody praising it, probably rightly so. But in my mind, it has to be the best thing I've ever watched, and odds are it's not going to be that. And so if I'm automatically holding it to the standard of best thing I've ever watched, it's not going to get a fair shake. Because if it's not the best thing I've ever watched, it's going to suck. Even though it's probably really, 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 really good. I don't know.
But you won't even watch Person of Interest, and there's no.
Oh, because network shows suck. Network TV is awful.
That's just not nice and not true. Did you see that Sly Stone and Arnold are in another movie?
Oh God.
It's called like Escape or something. It's like some
I saw it.
maximum security prison.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. A little bit more TV talk, Breaking Bad stuff, talking about Grand Theft Auto 5, maybe a little EA Sports, Steam new operating system,
and Steambox. And what is their third announcement? We don't know yet.
And NVIDIA throwing support behind Linux. Ooh. More topics to come. That's not why you called. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
That's not why you called. Thursday, 7 p.m. Central. That's not why you called.
Welcome back to That's Not Why You Called. The second half of the show underway officially. And if you're watching Thursday Night Football, you're not missing much. It's awful, bad football. Just
bad football.
Bad. Just awful
What's the score?
Football. 3-0 still, St. Louis.
Wow.
First,
That's
a
disappointing.
minute and 11 seconds left in the first quarter. 3-0 St. Louis. Dropped passes, bad pass protection. I mean, I guess you could call it good defense, but come on, it's the NFL. It's a passing league. People want to see touchdowns. They want to see passing yards, and that's just not happening. And it's
That's shitty.
it's just bad, boring football. Now, speaking of football, actually today, a bit of breaking news for you guys. Well, kind of breaking the last couple hours. Electronic Arts and the Collegiate Licensing Company, or CLC, have reached a settlement with more than, with a group of former collegiate and current collegiate athletes suing over the use of the players' likenesses in EA Sports yearly college collegiate sports sims. Now, EA hasn't made a college basketball title in probably 8 years, probably something like that, long time. But since I believe 2003, the suit goes back, and they've made a college football title every year since then. And this settlement is about to it probably reaches about 100 to 125,000 former collegiate athletes that were not compensated. A court has ruled, we're not getting into this. The settlement may or may not require EA or the CLC to admit that they were profiting without proper compensation of the athletes, but these athletes are being compensated now for the use of their likeness in EA Sports yearly video games, which is a huge step. I mean, there's so many different ways you can go with this topic. There's so many different things that it covers. First of all, EA has said that they are not going to make, at least for right now, any more college football titles. They're not going to do that. Which you can say, well, wait a minute, EA. When you don't have to pay the help, the people that kind of form the basis for your video game, the people that your video game is based on, when you have to pay them or give them a little cut, you're just going to, boop, done. No more of that. More of this. We're going to, push. There'll probably be a bigger emphasis on FIFA now, but... Well, FIFA's a good. If you like FIFA, I enjoyed playing FIFA, the soccer games. I love playing soccer games. It's a lot of fun. But there's going to be no more of that. So EA has pulled the plug, so to speak, on their collegiate sports titles. But also, we get to talk about now, which is one of my favorite topics because I think the decision is so clear, that should collegiate athletes be compensated for their time? Because as NCAA rule have it now, and the interesting thing is this has to do with the settlement specifically, they are amateurs, the forced amateurism in the NCAA. And the athletes therein, whether you be a football player, basketball, baseball, women's soccer, gymnast, whatever, you cannot profit from your sports likeness. You can hold a job, you can go work, and even some collegiate football players are allowed to play, if they're two-sport athletes, they can play professionally in other sports. Baseball is usually the most common, and they're allowed to be compensated there and still keep their amateur status. But there's forced amateurism. You cannot profit from your name or likeness while you are a quote-unquote amateur in the NCAA going to college playing for these prestigious schools. Now, that tends not to matter when, like I said, you're a gymnast or volleyball player, because those sports aren't a revenue-generating sport. But when you're talking about collegiate football, American football, or in some cases, in many cases, basketball, the NCAA men's basketball program, or even baseball in some areas, those sports make a lot of money. A lot of money. They generate revenue for other sports teams in the college, in the university. But these players aren't getting paid, and they can't profit from their likeness. But the NCAA can. The NCAA can profit from their likeness wherever they want. They can sell jerseys with your name on them. They can license you into video games. They can license these athletes into video games and take money for it, but the athlete can't. The athlete can't sign their name and receive sign autographs and get money for their likeness. And I think it's high time that crap has come to light. And so I hope this is the first step in collegiate athletes getting paid, because I'm tired of forced amateurism, because at least in money making sports, that idea is bullshit.
Foosball is the devil. No, I mean, I'm not as well in depth on the subject matter as you.
I thought you were going to
obviously.
say well endowed. I was waiting for it.
Well,
It sounded like you were going that way. No,
when I
no,
come
no.
to Chicago,
No,
we'll match up and we'll determine who's more well.
Yeah, but endowment doesn't mean penis size. It's funny that you went there.
Why would you not go there? Isn't
Because
that
when
all
you
that
say
matters?
endowment, you immediately
your
go to
money.
penis size.
Well, it was that or money, and I thought penis was more important than money. Is it not? People
don't
pay
know.
for the penis. People don't pay for money. Need I say more? Strike a pose.
But people take penis for money.
Yeah.
So what's more important?
Touche.
So,
We're on
but
a
anyway,
barter
you were
system.
saying.
They're equal. Oh, that yeah. It's just not right in any circumstance for why should they be allowed to profit off these amateur athletes, but they can't profit off their own name. That's just ridiculous. That's all I can add to it because, I mean, that's as bare as it sounds to me, and it just sounds ridiculous. There's no legitimate reasoning behind that except that, hey, we want to withhold all of the potential profits your name can bring to us.
And
fuck you if you sign a goddamn baseball.
right, and you know, Johnny Manziel, quarterback for Texas Tech, much maligned quarterback for Texas Tech. He's just a huge penis. But you know, I have to side with Johnny Manziel because it's like, dude, if you went to the NCAA shop. Now, the NCAA was quick to cover this up, but since Johnny Manziel rose to prominence last year, Johnny Football won the Heisman. If you went to the NCAA shop, the shop run by the NCAA, not Johnny Manziel, not Texas Tech, NCAA, and you typed in the search bar Manziel, Manziel, you typed that in, you would get Texas. Your return would be Texas Tech jerseys with Johnny Manziel's number 2 on them.
I have a question.
Yes.
You say they cannot profit off of their own names due to them being forced into the amateur status.
Yes.
Does that apply to things like endorsements and sponsorships? Because technically they're paying for that player and their name and what they represent. So does the
No, you can't.
NAACP?
NAACP. Yes,
NCAA.
no. The NAACP gets involved too. They say, no. You cannot make money
No,
from your
you
name.
can't make money from-
Well, no. They say you can't make money from your skin color.
Yeah.
You see, the NCAA has it covered. You can't make money from your name, but the NAACP comes in and says, no. You can't be making money off your skin color.
No.
That's our territory.
Fight the power.
But
I always fuck that up, like on a
oh yeah,
consistent
and
basis.
it's fine because would that be a little bit dyslexic, Katie? Is that in the realm of dyslexia a little bit, confusing the NCAA and the NAACP? Katie, you're muted.
I don't know about dyslexia, maybe just tongue twisting.
Yeah.
All right,
I mean, it's kind of along the same lines when you switch letters
but
in words.
that's
First
just
letters.
that's
Well, dyslexia
No,
would be
no,
me
it's not.
reading it
Dyslexia
wrong.
is
is dyslexia only reading? I thought it was just
I'm pretty sure
recognition.
It's
yeah, it's it
reading.
has to do with brain function, but I'm just saying, you know, when you like switch the first letter in one word and the first letter in the other word,
Uh-huh.
you say it weird.
Yeah.
It's just like that. It's just tongue twisting.
Okay. But would that be a dyslexic like? Would that be, I guess, properly phrased, dyslexic in nature?
I'm sure there's another
Yeah.
term for it, but I'm pretty positive dyslexia is the association between communication with your eyes and your brain, so it's reading based, not audible.
See?
Though I guarantee you there's another term for it somewhere out there, and the stream can correct us in a hasteful manner with rudeness behind it. Caps preferred. That's how
Oh
you
yes,
guys get things
please.
across,
Oh yeah.
yes.
Mhm.
Mhm.
It has to do with accurate comprehension of reading. And,
So it is reading based. Got it. Okay. But
well, it's like it has to do with processing and everything like that. Words, like imagining them. Like if you think of a word and you think it, you see it in your mind.
mhm.
That kind of thing. Processing it the way you see it in your mind, not physically seeing it.
So then it could be that you see
Yeah.
NCAA and you say NAACP,
Yeah.
where it's not. I mean, that's not something you regularly do, but once in a while your brain just goes,
Yeah.
and it.
pretty much.
Well, you could, because I mean they're awfully. I mean, what is the golden rule? If the first and the last letter of the word are correct, and the middle is all jumbled, your brain will recognize it automatically, and they're pretty goddamn close. So you got to pick one of the other two.
And
you know?
and full circle, the first time I saw something like that, I saw it at Jimmy John's. I saw a sign written like that, where it was all jumbled. You start reading it, and you start putting the words in. It says, "You're reading this right now," and I'm like, "Yes, I am." And it says, "But what you're starting to slowly realize is that all the words are kind of screwed up." And I'm like, "Yes, I am." They said, "But your brain recognizes it anyway because blah 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 blah." I'm like, "Whoa!" So yeah,
it's like
cool.
If you put the first letter and like the last letter and something,
They're saying it's
your brain
transposition.
recognizes it.
Transposition.
All right.
Somebody Google that.
Yeah, Katie, you got to be a fact checker on that transposition. But no, you can't profit off of it. You can't. Improper benefits is another thing. You can't. If you are let's say if you're a football player and you cannot accept let's say a dinner invitation from a booster.
Mm-hmm.
A booster or even a coach cannot take you out to dinner.
Wow.
And that's one of the things. Not only just the ridiculousness of the improper benefits, but a lot of these kids they can't eat. They don't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
I mean, their housing is provided for by the university, and that's cool. But housing doesn't include food.
Everything.
and okay, some of them are put on university meal plans, but they're also a lot of these guys are football players. Their caloric intake daily, even because they're in shape, right? In shape dudes, their daily caloric intake is off the charts relative to other people because they're burning so many calories, and it's ridiculous that that the NCAA can. I think a couple years ago, the NCAA signed a contract with CBS to broadcast the March Madness tournament for I believe the next 10 years, or maybe it was 15 years. The price tag on that was over $10 billion.
Wow. And they saw nothing of that.
No, they don't see anything. They don't see anything. And I'm waiting for somebody to come in and be like, well, they have a free school scholarship. They're scholarship athletes, and they can, they're getting a free education. Well, if they get hurt, that scholarship goes away. So the scholarship is tenuous at best. The idea that you're going to be getting a free education. Also, go look at what kind of classes what most athletes in money-making, revenue-generating sports, what kind of classes are they taking?
Cooking, home ec.
Yeah. I mean, you saw it in high school.
Woodshop.
If you went to high school, what were most of the jocks taking? Not all, because of course there's exceptions, but what were most of the jocks taking? If you went to a big football school or whatever the big sport was, what did they do? Were they taking AP Physics, all of them? Most of them. What were most of them taking? They were taking home ec. Well, I've got 4 study halls this year. Right, you see them in study halls all the time.
4th period off.
Right, they only have a half day and they go to the gym the rest of the day. That's just as true, if not more so, when there's billions of dollars to be made in the collegiate realm. So the idea that they're getting a free education is really a non sequitur, because that education, way more often than not, is at best
the education
tenuous.
is just it's just their admission ticket, if you will, into their career path. That because it's a requirement, because you can't just walk on and be like, I want to play for your college and hopefully go to the NFL. It's like, well, you got to go to school here. It doesn't work like that.
Right.
Like it's just a requirement. You can't, otherwise you can't do it.
Matt
Maybe NFL
Leinart,
might be different.
Matt Leinart, I believe in his Heisman season, Matt Leinart was a former quarterback at USC, now a defunct NFL quarterback. In his Heisman season, he was taking one class: ballroom dancing.
As you should. Everyone should know how to
ballroom, right?
If
Ballroom
you do not
dancing.
know how to waltz, you're fucked for all of your life.
Yep. So
what is the point of taking that class? I don't know about you guys, but over here, since 6th grade, during winter, that's all you would do until
in gym
10th
class?
grade. In gym, all you do is waltz, foxtrot, and then swing.
I never learned any of that.
No, I didn't. I never learned the foxtrot or swing. I learned the waltz, and then we did line dancing.
That was
of all
thrown in.
goddamn
Line
things,
dancing.
and then whatever the cha-cha slide was, because that's not really line dancing.
Oh, you missed out, because the swing was the waltz. Fucking, it's 3. That is so slow and boring. Foxtrot's like, hey, we're making box now. Yeah.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, we're making a box. The swing was, I mean, that one was, I mean, I don't really care for dancing, but that one was fun. You fucking spin people around and shit, get all twisty and stuff. It's like, yeah, I'm motherfucking good at this shit. Not that it matters, because I ain't a dancer, but I'm good at it while I'm in this stupid gym class.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did.
They should have just let us run in the mud.
We did the
Why is that a
electric
requirement in
I don't know.
the curriculum? That makes no sense.
Why do I need to know the boot scoop boogie? Are you kidding me? The boot and scoop and boogie. Like, kiss my ass, you shit kicking motherfucker. I don't want to dance to your music. Cracker ass white people.
We did square dancing too. That one was.
Oh, square dancing, yeah. Square dancing.
The ones that were more faster, where I was swinging and fucking throwing people around, good. The waltz, you can only do that so many days in a row until you just want to take an automatic machine gun.
That's why people, like when the waltz was popular, that's why they didn't live as long.
Exactly. That's why they died.
Fucking waltz again? Damn it.
Health risk.
Yeah, give me some of that plague.
Mental health risk.
Yeah, let me get some of that. Plague, yes. But
Walt Schwitz. Walt Switch.
Walt Switch or Walschwitz?
Walschwitz.
Okay, so you're making an Auschwitz reference.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Get into the gym in 3-step. Want to wrap up sports talk with Steam announcements real quick?
Yeah, sure. Wrap it up. Well, we got plenty of time on the show, baby.
Well, on the show, yeah.
What else do we have to talk about?
In 10 minutes. I don't know. We'll fill the fucking 30. What do we talk about for the first 30 minutes?
I don't even know. I don't even remember. I know there's poop.
Poop and food and toilet paper and all kinds of shit.
I got notes.
Notes?
You know what I find funny is that so many people were upset. Like, it's whenever I talk about sports, I always try to keep an eye on the chat because I just want to see how stereotypical some of these teenage people can be, or well, generally younger. Not all of you are teenage, but there are some people that are the prototypical. Ew, sports. Ew, I don't. Now you like what you like, and if you just don't like sports, that's fine. But some people are just. I don't think they like realize how they appear to the outside world.
I'm gonna cut you off real quick. You're not talking like I'm not that heavy into sports. I am in the ones I like. I like soccer and a lot of the esports. I follow football and stuff, but baseball I know nothing about. But that discussion we just had was not. Yeah, so they went 5-3, and the QB is this, and he went to so and so is that. No, we were talking about a matter that just happened to be in the realm of sports. Like, do you think that this group of people should be getting paid when the not brand, but the entity they're under is absorbing all their money and preventing them? That could have been applied to anything besides sports. And your feeble preteen mind did not understand that. All you heard was baseball and NAACP and NCAA, and you're like, I'm off the rails.
Especially the NAACP. Once you heard that,
checked out.
You know what? I don't blame you either. NAACP, Jesse Jackson, that son of a bitch starts running.
No. To the person in the chat that said, please call soccer football. I'm gonna tell you this right now because I called it that at first. Then I switched to soccer. I've swapped back and forth on this word because if I call it soccer, the Europeans say call it fucking football. When I call it football, the Europeans say, why are you calling it football? You're American. And the Americans say, why are you talking about football when you mean soccer? No one fucking wins. And where is my... I have dual citizenship. I call it football, okay? I call it both. I call it soccer because this is where I live, and I don't win either way. So just suck my dick. That's what I can say. I don't win, It doesn't matter. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. The word does not matter.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? Like, people get really upset.
Sport too. It's only that sport. They're like, no, and it does make sense to call it football. You're mainly playing with your feet.
Yeah, I understand.
But I don't know why you rip your fucking eyeballs out over the word.
It's called football in America because the ball's a foot long.
See, I didn't even know that.
So... I know because a lot of people, they don't even use their foot, so why are they calling it football? Mate, let's go get drunk and be fucking idiots. Crikey.
Crikey?
Yes, I know, but that's just. But watch, you see, that's just gonna piss them off, and it's gonna be hilarious.
And watch this: football for Americans is football, American football, hand egg, gridiron, American football. It has so many names. Americans don't care though. They call it football. That's how they say it. They don't scream
And when
if
I
you
say
call it
soccer,
hand egg.
and when I say soccer, you know exactly what I'm talking about because you know to tell me call it football. Which,
Yeah.
if you know what I'm talking about, why are you pissed off? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Why
Unless
are you
we have
upset about
accents-
this?
Unless we have accents and we say football,
Football.
you think we're talking American football by default because
Mm-hmm.
of the lack of, a European dialect.
Scusi,
So that's why we
football.
say soccer.
Yeah.
Soccer.
No, just I mean, if you would say football, I'll say that from now on. I'll call it football.
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 All the foot.
I'll say it like a football. Play
Football.
football, ball of foot.
I play football a little big.
Yes, I play football. In Mother,
Football.
in
Play with the footy.
Chechnya.
In Chechnya. That actually is a
Chechnya.
Chechen accent,
Is that?
kind of.
I guess.
It was funny. Usually when I was listening to someone and they summed up all Europeans. It was Freddie W. Actually, I was listening to it on a podcast. He's usually when you sum up all Europeans, you think maybe like British accent or something like that. He went with French, which was really funny. And he did like a stereotypical French accent. It was just it caught
Yeah.
me off.
I mean, there's I mean,
Oh, I see why you do this.
oh, oui, oui, monsieur. How do Spaniards sound, Chiz, Mr. Dual Citizenship? What kind of accent do they have?
We don't. We just talk Spanish, like Mexicans and Hondurans and Guatemalans.
See, but
except
Spanish,
we're white.
Spanish spoken in Spain is a different dialect usually than Spanish
It's
spoken.
a different dialect, and it's also different words too.
Hmm.
Like different words have different meaning. Like el coche versus el carro. Can you guess which one is the non-Spanish one, or I should say, indigenous? Would I put that? to
Yeah, I
Spanish
guess.
country.
Coche.
El coche. There you go.
Yeah.
That one's
Yeah.
the Spanish one.
All I know is vosotros when I was learning Spanish. Vosotros was
Vosotros.
you all in Spain, which I never understood because they never taught us vosotros. It's like we're just going to use nosotros, but just so you know, there's this other thing called vosotros, which means you all in Spain. I'm like,
I
so
don't know why they do that. That is the case. You
Yeah.
do use that over there, but I don't know why they even bother teaching it. Like, they're like, why bring it up? You're just
oh,
gonna
so is
confuse
that what it
everyone.
is? Because when they taught it or when they brought it up, I took it literally like I would be saying you all over there in Spain, or like if I'm speaking to all Spaniards, like you all in Spain are fucked
no,
up.
that's
I
just what
I
they
know when you're in Spain you
Yeah.
use the vosotros, but I didn't. I was
But
like,
that's how they explained it in mine too. Like I had a teacher who went to Spain. Cause those ones
Mm-hmm.
are great because they act like they lived there for 15 fucking years. They're like, I've been there. This is the one you use. We don't use it here because they're not here. But if you go to Spain, use vosotros. Okay. I'm telling you this just to confuse you because you're never gonna
Right. Mm-hmm.
use it unless you go there. But just
not
so
going to
you
test
know.
you on it. Not going to test you on it.
That's another thing. They never tested on that one. All of the different breakdowns for all the different verbs for that vosotros.
Mm-hmm. They
that
had them in there too. It was the vosotros breakdown for it. No, we're not testing you on that. I
Mm-hmm.
need to know that.
I think it's because the teachers are probably just too lazy.
Well,
I had
The
a
teachers probably just
they're
personally.
part-time
chose not-
workers, salaried part-timers, and they're too much
that was my
teaching.
Spanish. That was my Spanish one teacher. It was like just some random, totally American white dude who didn't have any. He did the trick where if you couldn't roll your R's, you did it that other way or whatever. And he was so bad. And I'm like, wow,
That
how
was-
did you get this?
That was something my Spanish teacher always praised me for, was how I rolled my R's. Guitarra. She liked it.
El carro.
Carro. See, that's why I can do the Disney World thing so well.
Oh boy, now you're gonna do it.
No, I'm not going to do it. I don't
Why
have
don't
to
you
do it.
sign us off with it?
No,
Sign
I'm
us
not.
off.
I don't have
In a
to.
minute.
We got a minute? I don't have to
break.
do it. No, because Katie's going to get all butthurt when I do it. Katie cries she's some crotchety, like I said, football when I was talking about soccer, and she's yelling at me. So
What?
fine. No, Katie, I won't do it.
Why not?
My name's Katie. Win.
No,
Oh,
you
sure.
hang up. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. No, you hang up.
No, we don't have to do it. But yeah, I could roll my R's very well.
I hold that over everyone who has to make the weird D sound.
The D sound? Explain that one.
I don't know. That's what they sound like when they try to roll R's. Like they just can't do it when they hit the roof of their mouth. They're like, duh. Or like I forget the
Yeah.
trick. There was like a da noise, like just say 2 D's instead for the rolled R's. And I'm like,
Gitada?
kind of sounds like it if
Gitada?
you're drunk.
What? Yo, man, it's gitada, man. Yeah. It's guitarra.
Try rolling your R's without your tongue.
Oh no, I have a soundbite for that actually. There it is. That's rolling
That
your
was
R's.
almost matched. Almost completely matched it.
Yeah, that's how you roll your R's without your tongue.
I love how it's like Spanish lessons going on in the chat. Like 2 L's makes a Y sound, and 2 R's makes d.
So that was Spanish Corner, not to be
Yeah.
confused with regular show staple Thesaurus Corner.
Which will be coming in the last 15 minutes. Of
Last
the show.
15 minutes of the show. We're going to be entering the home stretch on the other side of a brief timeout, so don't go anywhere. If you want to get in touch with us, also can tweet the show, hashtag
Sign off with the Disney thing.
TNWYZ. Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténgase alejado de las puertas.
That's not why you called. Thursdays, 7 p.m. Central. That's not why you called.
Welcome back to That's Not Why You Called. The final segment. We are in the
I love
home
you,
stretch.
But I got bills to pay. Hi.
Tweet the show using hashtag TNWYZ.
Hi.
If this is your first time here, be sure to hit that follow button. Notified every time I start live streaming. Also check out my YouTube channel. YouTube.com/LeftyOX. Follow me on Twitter. And stuff. Hi everybody, welcome. Final stretch. That's not why you called. Now to justify our appearance here on Twitch, Grand Theft Auto 5. Chizzy, you getting it?
Yes.
You promise?
Yes.
Are we gonna do online stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
I pulled up a video here. Apparently, GTA 5 Online is going to have drug dealing and gambling.
Be like Tony Soprano.
Kingpin, I'm gonna have a pad filled with purple pillows everywhere, bitches. And a purple rug.
Why purple?
Because that is what is in the household of Hank and Marie Schrader in Breaking Bad. She loves the color purple.
Oh my sweet jumping Jesus.
Color charts come into a big role in that show if you are keen to pay attention. Yellow, rather important color.
Or if you like to read the Breaking Bad subreddit.
Spent 7 hours reading the Breaking Bad subreddit. You'll read into things that are not.
You'll
even-
know some damn things about color, but not like you know it. You know it now after reading the PK or not.
I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna get into the subreddit, but it is funny. They have a podcast. They recorded them all like right when they were done shooting, and then they release them as the new episodes come out. So they're way old. But they'll be like, "Did you notice how in this scene Jesse was underground at the same time that Walt was underground?" He's like, "Huh. I mean, it makes sense and it's cool, but that wasn't meant to be like that." Like even they do things on accident, and then the subreddit goes crazy and reads into things.
Oh, really? Oh, I've always wondered that.
Yeah.
I've always wondered if, like, you know, art appreciation or whatever, you know, teaching you how to key on certain
No,
things.
there is a
was
lot
how
of
much-
that in there.
Oh, okay.
Like there is a great scene where like, and it was beautiful how they did it. They were rolling through the intro credits, and it was like director of photography. And in this shot, you see Walt's face reflected on the car door, and in the car door there's a bullet hole, and the hole is right where his reflected head is, like perfect like that. So that was
Okay,
obviously
yeah.
intentional.
Right. But like exactly like you said, like what are some of the things where, because I've always wondered if fans or people that, you know, teach about something they didn't write, because I my sophomore year English teacher in high school, I hated that bitch, but because she was always big on, here are these themes, here looking for all the similes and all the metaphors, and look at all these themes in this thing. I'm like, are you sure this isn't all a bunch of bullshit that you contrive to justify your job? Like, because how, like, are are artists always really this convoluted and deep about everything they do? So what are some other things where the people actually behind Breaking Bad were like, yeah, no, that wasn't meant to be like
Well,
that.
I can't think of any off the top of my head, but
Oh.
there is a lot of that hidden meaning behind colors and certain things. That is a real thing. And it was funny, but the subreddit does just go crazy with it. And they did a joke when they took a shot of just Walt and Anna Gunn, Skylar in one scene at a dinner table, and they broke it into all these things like, notice how the napkin's blue? That symbolizes the meth right there. And do you notice how the napkin between Walt and Skylar is green? That showcases that the money is the only thing that separates the two of them right here. And how the woman is choking on her food back there. That shows that Skylar still really loves the penis of this certain individual. Like, they went crazy with it because you can just get that convoluted to just however you want to play it out. But there are instances like, yeah, we didn't mean to do that, but it's cool that it worked out that way. But there's a lot of hidden foreshadowing in that show for sure.
Okay.
But SteamOS, that's a thing.
Wait, what was Katie giggling about?
It
Chat.
reminded me of this meme that that whole conversation reminded me of this meme, or not a meme, but just a picture that I'd seen a while back.
All right, let me see this.
Find it. Oh, is this it?
That's
The author meant what you're
oh, okay.
The curtains were fucking blue.
That's good. I'll gotta find a way. Oh, can you drop
We
that
can
link in
link
the
it.
yeah, link it in the chat. That's exactly, because it's like I've always wondered how much of that, deep breaking down of things is how much is really meant by, like, or is everything meant by? Because I understand the idea that in a shot, when you're a cinematographer, that frame is a sterile environment for the most part.
Right.
Everything that's in that frame you put there, and you had other people put there. Now you could have put it there because, well, this scene takes place in a fucking room and we needed a wall,
Yeah.
so there's going to be a wall here. But what color is the wall painted? I don't fucking get some guy, just paint it. I don't care, just so it doesn't drown out the actor. I don't care. But then, oh, do you know the wall? They noticed the wall behind him was this color and blah blah blah. And I just wondered
And
how much of that there really
With
is.
that show, it's hard. It doesn't surprise me they go wild because there is a lot of that. Like in two particular scenes, I'll point out. Like there is one where there's two duffel bags of money, and it's on a couch between Jesse and Walt. And it's Bryan Cranston directed that. He made that on purpose. Like the money is a wall dividing the two of them. That was intentional. Another one is there's a scene where two characters confront each other and the light is purposely striking them. So one half of Walt's face is light and the other one is dark to represent his alter ego, Heisenberg,
Right.
in the actual Walt. So those are intentional, but it's like, where do you draw the line? You can only really tell from the creators themselves. Just come right out and say it.
Yeah, it's like in the Return of the Jedi when Luke is fighting in the Death Star when he's fighting Darth Vader and he's hiding in the shadows, and then you see the one side of his face that's lit perfectly and the other side of his face. Oh my God, it's the light side and the dark side. He's trying to get him to succumb to the dark side and blah 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 blah.
It's so good.
Oh my God, I'll
People
never
read
come to the
into
dark
our
side.
stuff.
No, but
But SteamOS, let's just touch on that.
so
real
break it
quick.
down. You're the Steam guy. You're the guy.
SteamOS, that's a thing. Cool. Go them. It's like the Chromebook. I don't see a point in it really. I mean, it's just a Linux operating system. Steambox, once again, I don't see a point, but it's cool announcement. And their third announcement, we can only, if it's anything but a game with the title 3 in it.
Right. Half-Life 3
Riots in the
confirmed.
street.
Half-Life 3 confirmed. I'm putting that in the tags of the video. Half-Life 3 confirmed.
I don't even want that. I want Portal 3 or Left 4 Dead 3 before those. Like, if you go back to how you won't watch Breaking Bad, Half-Life 3, it's been like 10 years since Half-Life 2 and like 8 since Half-Life 2 Episode 2. It's like been so overhyped, it's just no one's going to like it, like Duke Nukem or something.
I've never played a Half-Life game.
Well, shame on you.
I know I should. Like, I don't think they're bad. I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, Half-Life is overrated. But I've just never. I even bought it last Christmas during the holiday sale.
Like $10 for all of them every
Right, I
time.
bought it. I'm like, oh yeah. I just never played it.
Yeah, and whoever said Steambox is a console killer, you're wrong. Because actually, when I think about it, given the price of the Xbox One and the PS4, I wouldn't be surprised if
The
Steambox,
Ouya was supposed to be a console killer too. How'd that turn
yeah,
out?
right. That was a good piece.
Do you
of
have a
shit.
Ouya? The Ouya, is it in your living room? Is it dominating it?
Is it a nice paperweight?
The Ouya was
Or
supposed to be
bookend?
the piston, right? Wasn't that they were like,
No.
"Hey, Steam, can you make
No.
this the piston?" Oh,
No, the Ouya it was an open source free game bullshit type device. The Piston is a real thing. I don't know if it's still around, but with their Steambox announcement, they said it's not just them, but like they're licensing out the right to other manufacturers that want to make a Steam box with the Steam OS on it. And if we don't get a game announcement tomorrow, people are going to start murdering people. I bet you anything, though, more than likely it'll be Source 2. That's what it'll be. Just because it's something – because we've seen screenshots. They are working on Half-Life 3, Left 4 Dead 3, and Source 2 is pretty much been out there. I guarantee it'll be that because it's something mild and it's still kind of in the game area. But if it's Half-Life 3 tomorrow, I highly doubt it. But if it's anything but that, everyone's going to shoot people.
yeah, Gabe Newell's going to be running for his life.
But it is the smartest thing if they came out with all of those games on the Steam box and you get it here for the first month before anyone else. That's how you get into the hardware market. You've got your ticket into the hardware market.
Yeah, but can Gabe Newell justify screwing PC gamers that way?
Well, because the Steam box is pretty much just a PC.
Well, right, but I'm assuming if you bundle Half-Life 3, Left 4 Dead 3, and Portal 3 on the Steam box or whatever Steam box is, and you say, "Look, get it here first for the first month," I'm assuming it wouldn't concurrently drop on Steam for PC platforms. So could Gabe Newell, the PC bred Steam and Valve and gave it a home, PC gamers did. Can you really justify doing that to him just because you want to get into the console market?
I really think at this point, given how much hype is around it, and those 3 games are pretty big, I think they would look a blind eye and say, "Fuck it, I'll spend the $600 on it."
Yeah, right.
I bet you 95% of people would say that. They'd be like, "I'd buy 3 right now. I don't care. 3 so I can play all 3 games at the same time."
Oh my God, 3! Oh my God, Steve, Gabe Newell's a god.
Wouldn't this be great though? Since the running joke is Valve can't count to 3, wouldn't it be fantastic if they didn't announce anything tomorrow?
They're like,
And
"Gotcha."
like a red X came up over that third circle thing, whatever the fuck symbols they're using for this announcement page.
I don't know. They can.
And I don't see it being a game because the title of the page that stuff is being leaked onto is like Steam Living Room. So I
Right.
feel like it's going to be more hardware related stuff or relating to the living room, not a game announcement. But
I don't know. Only time will tell. Tomorrow is only a day away.
let me see how many hours it is while you get ready for the source.
How's that for a cliche? Are we doing Thesaurus Corner? We gonna?
We do it all the time.
Are we
Katie's
st-
down
are
right now,
do-
2 points.
No, you had won the belt last time.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Yeah, it's
It was
4-2.
over.
What are we gonna do?
I thought we were doing 7-game
matches?
series. Yeah, it's 7 game. 7
All
game
right, so
series.
I won a series. Is
Yeah,
that how
so
we're
you've
gonna
got
do
the belt. You've got the
All
belt
right.
now.
it? Gotta hold it.
Katie is trying to win the belt back
Oh boy.
by winning this series. And so
tomorrow at 10 a.m. is when they, or my time, so noon is when they'll announce their third announcement.
okay, so it's almost 9 o'clock, so that would be 15 hours.
Yeah, 15 and 12.
Wait, Lefty, you said the show started at 7, but it actually started at 8.
I read that and I was just instantly like,
Oh, idiot.
really?
Now, I may have just said 7. I may have just said it. Which, that's on me because I need to give it
But
to...
we've been doing this for a year almost.
Right, the Lefty Show / That's Not Why You Called has been 7 p.m. Central Time since it started.
Never changed. It was on a Friday at first, and I think that only went on for 2 months, if that. And then
Yeah,
it was
because
on
then
Thursday.
then PK started getting DDoS and we had to go to
Swapped it around.
offline stuff.
You can sign up for a beta to get a Steam box.
I think it was only for a couple of weeks actually.
Yeah, it was like a month or something.
Yeah.
The Source Corner.
The Source Corner.
Are we doing a 2-game series total? I feel like that's how we've determined these games.
Well, this individual game for this
Well, I'm just
show,
saying the
will be
scoring,
2.
yeah.
Yeah, it'll be 2. It'll
Yeah.
be 2 each.
Okay.
But yeah. So
I will let my
play the intro that we don't have to Taurus Corner, Taurus and words and stuff.
Taurus Corner with
Kinda
lefty
like the
flipping
reading
pages.
Opening.
That's the soundbite. Flipping pages.
Yeah, let's pick words.
Dun dun dun. Welcome to the Taurus Corner. I am your host, Lefty. New series, Katie. Say when. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Is Katie going first? Or does
Yep.
just Chiz, as the belt holder, you get to choose whether you go
She's the
first or you
contender.
defer?
I'm
All right,
gonna
all right.
go first.
All right.
Over under.
Oh, God. Let's not get into this again. Katie, you ready?
Mm-hmm. Stop. Right side, fourth from the bottom.
Not bad. Metallic. The word is metallic, an adjective. If you mean made of metal when you say metallic, you can also say hard, rock-like, iron, leaden, silvery, golden, metallurgic, mineral, geologic. If you mean suggested of metal, you could say ringing, resounding, resonant, bell-like, or clanging.
14.
14 for Katie. Katie, write it down.
I giggled when you said hard to start it off.
I was thinking. I was like, hard. Anyways.
All right, Chiz, or does Katie get to go again?
We swap off.
Okay. Chiz,
Alternate.
15? 14.
14.
14.
14?
I was going to say, what are the odds of us hitting the same word that we've already done once before?
Well,
That'd be
considering how
ridiculous.
goddamn small this thesaurus is that Katie got me, probably higher than you might expect.
Once we burn through all of them, we'll have enough money to buy a big hardcover one. That'll be fun to flip through.
Yeah, like and
Your
favorite,
Christmas present. Just a giant ass thesaurus.
right? Because all you got me for my birthday was this.
Yeah. Pretty much.
That's not all she got me for my birthday. Don't worry.
You got
All
a
right.
pocket dictionary.
Well, all right, Chiz, you ready?
Yeah.
Say when.
When?
All right.
Right page, 3 from the top.
Ooh, Chiz. Stepping on a landmine. The word is exclude. A verb. What?
No, that's a bad thing.
He stepped on a land.
I
Since
stepped
when?
on a landmine. What?
Unless you are that concerned about Chiz, like, oh my God, he steps on a landmine. What's
No, I
wrong?
was hoping we would be like even, so the second round would be like.
Please,
cutthroat
with
type
how
thing.
bad your choices have been, you should be happy at anything that results
You know
in
what?
you having
I
the
don't wanna
lead.
hear it.
But since when? Oh, he stepped on a landmine.
Oh,
Damn
landmine.
it! Oh man, the word
I
is
was really wanting it to be close.
again with how you pick. It still is close, babe. The word is exclude. It's a verb. If you mean exclude, the verb, you can also say shut out, reject, or ban.
Oh, fuck, I pulled a Katie.
Yep.
I got a 3-word word.
Now it's like, oh my, it's a thing.
You did it
Holy
twice, though, last
Right.
week.
Last week you did it twice in a row.
God damn it. All right, 14-3. I got to pick a winner.
All right, Katie, your chance now.
Fuck.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Stop.
All right.
Right side, second from the top.
Ooh. The word is mystic.
That's gonna be shitty.
Oh, yeah. If you mean mystic, you can also say occult, transcendental, or spiritual.
Boom, a Katie.
Katie hits a Katie, 17-3. Chiz
You know, it's going to be
needs-
like, no Katie's, no Katie's, no Katie's, no Katie's. Stop.
All right, Chiz gets.
All right, 17-3.
You need 14 to force sudden death overtime. 15 to win. Are you ready?
Let's go. Stop.
Ooh, ballsy.
Actually, I'm getting risky with all the X and Y's back there. I can't
Yeah.
pick a winner. I didn't realize that till I was too late.
Mm-hmm.
All right, right page, second from the top.
Oh, winner, chicken dinner. The word is try. The verb try.
damn it.
Oh, wow.
Do I even have to read all of these?
You don't.
Well,
If you mean to endeavor, I'll stop at 15 because at
Okay.
15 Chiz wins. So just count them off. If you mean to endeavor when you say try, you can also say attempt, undertake, exert oneself, contend, strive, make an effort, risk, have a try at, contest, wrangle, labor, work, aspire, propose, try to reach,
Done.
do what one can. Chiz is this week's victor
Not even cool.
in Thesaurus Corner. He retained. Well, he would have retained the belt anyway.
It's not
because
even like
it's-
this requires skill.
what?
It's not even like this requires skill.
You know the worst part about it is that this is your book,
I know.
and you can't pick where the damn.
It is turned on me for as long as I had that thing.
Oh yeah, that's the worst part. She didn't even buy it. She re-gifted this motherfucker on my birthday.
She's like, I don't need this.
I never
anymore.
used it.
That makes it worse. I
No,
had it
it-
sitting in
it
the
was
back.
lying
I
around.
found it.
No,
I don't
it was
know. I had to push it in the
Oh my
box
goodness.
because it's your birthday. Here you go, you bastard. Thanks, man.
It was funny.
I love you too. I'm back to watching this awful game of football.
Oh
Hey,
my
it's bought
goodness.
us a lot of time, that's for sure.
That's true. We're almost at the end of the show right now.
When we run out of thesauruses, or thesauri, if you will,
Thesauri. Mm-hmm.
we'll get dictionaries and then encyclopedias.
I'm just kidding. I love you, Katie.
Hmm.
Your birthday present was awesome.
You don't get a Christmas present now.
Really?
Mm.
I don't get a 780. You were talking about getting me a 780 or a
Hell
Titan.
no.
All right, thanks. Love you too.
Is that a Webster brand?
Yeah, I get the equivalent of a GTX 780 in Thesaurus.
You're gonna get so many spiral bound notebooks.
That's fine. I'll take lots of notes on things.
I need a legal pad. I miss not having a notepad. I hate typing shit on notepad. It's not
Mm-hmm.
the same as writing it.
Yeah, I figure since I'm an adult now, I need to switch to a legal pad instead of a.
Right.
Spiral
Then a
notebook.
Spiral notebook. It's not the same. What if I rip
Oh.
it out? Then I got that fucking frilly shit there, and if it
Yeah.
doesn't have perforated edge, it's like,
Yeah.
oh fuck. This is horrible.
Perforated.
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 You said
Katie's looking for any edge she can have now because
Pretty
she's
much
getting
right now.
schooled in
That's all I
Thesaurus
got.
Corner.
That's all I got.
wanted to
Okay.
come back with like fucking Cthulhu type words and shit because it was like neck and neck for the longest time, and then it's like I won. Last week was like a murder. Like I got
Three-0.
disconnected and I had a 51 word, and we threw it out. We're like, all right, start over, and then
Yeah, Katie, I gave you an extra shot. I
You know
gave
what?
you. I subconsciously favored you in that because we could have agreed on a large, like how many words Chiz had, but I washed it out. I gave him another shot to screw it up, thereby like ensuring that, hey, how about you don't screw up the second choice and you got a chance to win. And
No,
no.
I'm not getting a Christmas present.
you know how much time I spend with that same exact thesaurus just memorizing it. So I'm like, when I hear the clicking of the pages, I'm like, stop.
Mhm.
I got it. What if I try to follow along?
I don't know. It'd be hard to do because of the delay.
No, we're pretty much live. It's just like, all right, put this much pressure on your thumb at this point, let go, let the pages come out.
Yeah, but you don't know how I do it. I have a method.
I got an idea. We rip all the pages out of the thesaurus and put them all on a big cork board, and then we'll just play like this from now on and throw darts.
Just throw darts at it. Yeah.
And that is what your word is going
But then
to
you'll
be.
just practice throwing darts. That doesn't
have
help.
holes on the pages.
Well, no, you can't look like that.
Oh,
And hope no one is in that general vicinity, or there may be casualties.
I
Especially
hope
if
I
Katie
really
gets
hope
another
nobody's
three-word
standing
word.
over there while I throw this dart. We'll laden
Hey.
them with HIV just to be extra dicks about it.
And
But no, I wouldn't do that to this present that Katie got me that I hold so dear to my heart.
Oh, please.
Christmas.
What you
present.
guys don't know is he's ripped several pages out already to roll blunts.
Yeah. I'm smoking huge
That's how you
amounts of.
smoke yourself smart, kids. Roll
Oh,
with
God.
thesaurus papers.
Oh, we're gonna get the comment. I don't think you should be saying that, Chiz.
Well, you can lick my.
The show started. This show was supposed to start at 7, but it started at 8. What the fuck is that all about?
Somebody tweeted yesterday, like, "Hey, what's going on? I waited for the live show and it never came around." And then he was like, "Oh, it's Wednesday." Yep,
I do that
it's
sometimes,
it's
though.
Wednesday.
I do that sometimes. You know,
can't
wait,
do that.
all day Wednesday, you keep thinking it's
Thinking-
Thursday.
And then it's Thursday, and you're all right again.
Mm-hmm.
It is just those 2 days, though. You don't fucking flip flop any other days around usually.
No, I sometimes I would think Thursdays or Friday. I'd be like, oh, it's Friday. Fuck, it's Thursday. Damn it.
But that gets me even more happy. If I think Thursday's a Friday, then I go, oh, tomorrow's a Friday. Yay. It makes like Thursday go by real quick.
Yeah, you're right.
Get that Friday
got me there.
mentality. What if you could just give yourself a Friday mentality every day?
Would you
I hate
really want that?
Fridays.
Would you really want that? I don't know.
Why do you hate Fridays?
Because
What?
weekends are busy.
Oh, at work.
Mondays are like, yeah, I like Monday.
Nobody want to take their dog in on a Monday.
Nope.
Why do you think that is?
Nobody wants to go
Everyone's
anywhere
working.
on Monday.
Everyone's working on Monday.
Hey,
Guess. All right.
Catatonic Hutch just tweeted.
Oh, so there's that guy.
Who owns that Twitter?
That was funny. I like that.
That bit died like Hutch.
There you go. See, yeah,
Dead.
because Hutch is fucking dead. Dead.
Oh
You want
boy.
to hear the story of how he died? Tune in next week.
That's how you do it. Oh, should I live stream video games tonight? Oh.
Follow button.
Hit the follow button. Be notified every time I start live streaming. There's That's Not Why You Called. Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central.
I'm gonna
And-
sneeze in a minute.
And then there's gaming live streams intermixed there. I've streamed since Sunday every single day. Or no. I took yesterday off. Right? Yeah. So I streamed Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Took yesterday off. Tonight I'm streaming technically, I guess.
Oh, that's a thing. Guess if you're into that kind of thing.
So hit that follow button. It's in your best interest. Follow all of us on Twitter. I'm Lefty at Lefty643. Chiz is at Dr. Chiz. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's where you can
Subscribe.
go for all the great things. We're going to wrap up the show there. That was a successful episode. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did as well. Episode 18. We'll be back same time next week, 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Central Time.
Central Standard Time.
Or I don't know. Daylight fucks.
I don't know which one it is. Doesn't matter.
But thank you guys for joining. I hope you enjoyed. We hope you enjoyed. We are out.
Front to back.